Italians love their cars and they love their racing. And of course, they love it here at Monza. Home race for Ferrari, of course, who've had 18 wins here since 1950. But you know, there's not been so much luck for the locals in the cockpit recently. The last Italian driver to win this race was back in 1966. So what now? I think it's time to make some more history here today. With top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, few places can hope to touch Monza's crown as the fastest circuit in Formula One. Hard braking zones going into 3 chicanes make up the majority of the 11 corners on this 3.6-mile circuit. And just in case the slipstream wasn't enough, well, 2 DRS zones will help encourage some close action. It's a very tight turn 1 here and a very big braking zone. It's a corner, Anthony Davidson, where we've seen a number of lap 1 incidents in the past.
As you say, it's a very small piece of track when you have more than just one car trying to go through it. The actual run down towards the chicane is quite wide, so off the start we'll often see drivers running 2 or maybe 3 abreast as they come up towards the braking zone. Everyone wants to brake late, of course, to win track position, and that tends to be where we see a lot of contact. And you'll see the more experienced drivers kind of hang back a little into here and focus more on picking up the pieces from other people's incidents.
You can run side by side into the Rettifilio, but don't brake too late on these cold tyres or you will hit someone.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Felipe Massa and a Renault, Bottas, Kvyat, Sainz and Fernando Alonso, Hülkenberg, Verstappen, Jolyon Palmer and Grosjean, Perez, Rosberg, Felipe Nasser and Jenson Button, Gutierrez and Ericsson, Rio Haryanto and Pascal Wehrlein completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Hello everyone and welcome back to F1 2016 career mode in the Renault at the Italian Grand Prix. Away we go. Good launch off the line, a very good launch off the line as we draw side by side with Ricciardo. Hamilton's got a blistering start as he goes into the lead. We're going to have a look down the inside into turn 1. Little bump, little barging. Carnage going off in the background. We've got out of that unscathed. We're up to 3rd. In the slipstream of Kimi Raikkonen for 2nd. Around the outside of the Curva Grande and up into 2nd place we go. Into the 2nd chicane. We've got that place nicely covered. And we're going to try and hunt down Lewis Hamilton. Here's a look at the start once again. Lights out. A great launch by us. 4 wide going down into turn 1. There we go. It just the concertina effect. The 2 Ferraris getting into each other, and that's Vettel having a half spin. That's what caused yellow flags. And carnage as cars are stopped in the background, as you can see. We're attacking Kimi Raikkonen though, and that was us up into the 2nd place position. Lap 2, and we've caught up to Lewis Hamilton. We're in the slipstream. Kimi Raikkonen's in our slipstream, so this could get quite tasty. Into the parabolica. Out of the parabolica. Try not to touch that concrete on the outside. It does tend to spin the car off. Oh, a little bit of contact there. We've damaged the front wing. Got sucked in a bit too quickly to that slipstream. We're going to turn 1. We've turned across Hamilton, and that's a spin. And that's cause of more carnage. Somehow we managed to get away with that. Virtual safety car is out due to the carnage. Here's another look. There's the contact with Hamilton. Just misjudged that slightly. We've got Vettel passing one of the Williamses in the background as well. Quite a silly spin there, to be fair. And then just look at the carnage we've caused. Would you just look at that?
To the pits. He's in the pit lane now.
Lap 5. We've had to come in for a change of front wing. Other pit stops are also happening. Perez, as you've just seen, has also come out of the pits. We're going to try and do what we did to Kimi Räikkönen to him. We're going to go the other side. Into the second chicane. Easy move.
So you have some in hand to run a faster engine
Now up
for a bit.
to 17th position. Lap 6. We've got Massa in front of us.
Is 8.0 seconds.
215 miles an hour. We've got yellow flags down at turn 1. And look at the carnage. Oh, Massa's hit Vettel as we try and pick our way through. Bottas involved in that. There was a Manor as well. For Verline, I believe. Verline, there you go, out of the race. And nothing really happens until lap 24. With the different pit strategies, we really weren't racing anybody in this race. We're now on the super softs. Easy pass on Gutierrez as we're trying to hunt down the points. Trying to get to that coveted 8th place that the team has set as our target for the race. And the fastest lap of the race to boot, just to show how hard we are pushing. Lap 26, and we have finally caught up to Pat Hulkenberg, Button in there. Fastest lap up to Räikkönen. We're going to have a look down the inside of Hulkenberg. Tuck in behind Button, try and get him as well. We've got Bottas in front of us as well. And we've got Ricciardo in front of him. 3 wide. That Williams has got some serious straight line speed as we go into turn 1. More contact. Not quite sure what Bottas was doing there.
This is your final lap. Final
Get
lap of the
through.
race.
This is of course the final lap, so we've got to try and get Ricciardo. He's in our 8th place in the slipstream. Quite close enough for a look down inside into the chicane. Through the first Lesmo. I'll try and stay closer to the second Lesmo, as that's where the DRS line is. We've had a bit of a poor exit. DRS should help us close up a little bit. Have a look into Ascari. No, not quite. We're going to instead tuck in through Ascari. Try and get Ricciardo into the last corner. Remember, this is our last shot. We're going to run out of fuel, but we are going down the inside and we are through Ricciardo. Now all we've got to do is make sure he can't pass us. Doesn't look like he's got the speed. And there we go, we crossed the line in 8th position.
Good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic
Not
ride.
exactly the race that we were hoping for, but good damage limitation after the early pit stop for the front
So,
wing.
another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows.
Mercedes obviously
Anthony,
winning the
what do you
race.
think made the
There's
difference
Lewis
here?
Hamilton.
I'd say it's
I don't
just
think I've
raw
seen
pace,
Rosberg
plain and
winning a
simple.
race
We could sit here and talk
in
about
recent
strategy
memory.
all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres.
And
But
the size of the
at end it all,
nose on
if
that
you
guy.
want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else. And
There's
that's
our teammate
exactly what they
Palmer.
had today.
And as the adrenaline dies down after another eventful Grand Prix, here come the top 3
Verstappen
out
and
onto the
Räikkönen
podium.
on the podium. As the champagne flows on the rather spectacular Monza podium. It's actually a shame that all the races have the same podium animation, otherwise they could have put in the nice podium there. Palmer actually beat us to 6th. Actually no, he's in 5th place actually. A lot of DNFs. Sainz, Kvyat, Vettel, Alonso and Verline. Haryanto finished the lap down as well.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's
Nothing
a good
has changed in
result
the
for
Drivers'
Lewis
Championship.
Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Oh, maybe Marcus Ericsson? Yes, I think I'll commit to
Really?
that one.
Marcus Ericsson?
fine
Come on
job,
man, you can
very
do better than
consistent.
that.
On to the constructors then. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this
Haas
weekend.
have
Fantastic
passed
work from the
McLaren
American
in
team
the
to move
Constructors'
themselves further
Championship.
up the table. After all
It's
this
going to be
drama,
interesting to
you'd
see
be
for the
mad
rest of the
not to
season.
join us for the
That
next
was of
race.
course our
We hope
last
to see you
European
then.
race. The next
Take
race
care.
will be Singapore. So I shall see you then.